Hello, Connect Church. Today we're excited to be with Rochelle from Be the Light as we kick off our week of generosity. Again, we want to celebrate our first year as a church by giving back to our community and also some missionaries throughout the world. And so today we kick it off with Be the Light. I'm excited about Be the Light. Before coming to Connect Church, I worked with students and just know the need that there is for students to feel loved and valued and accepted and to know that there's hope. And so Be the Light is doing that here in our town. And so just incredibly excited to have Rochelle share what Be the Light is with us and then also how our church can support with them. So hello, Rochelle. Introduce yourself and just share a little bit of what Be the Light is.
Hi, Frank. Thank you so much for inviting me to do this. I appreciate it. So Be the Light Foundation was founded in 2016 after the passing of my son, Kobe. He was 18 years old and he died by suicide. It was a shock to all of us, not just his family, but the community. He was a soccer player. He played for Notre Dame High School. He was a senior there. He had also played at Heightstown High as a freshman on the varsity squad. So it was difficult. And so as a result, many people asked us what they could do, where they could donate, whatever. And so we knew that we would want to do something in his memory, which we just didn't know what that would be. And so we told people, we did a GoFundMe and we said, we don't know right now where the money's going, but we will use it for young people. And so for the first few years, we did college scholarships for seniors. So that was the main thing. We also held 3 annual soccer tournaments. The last 2 years we didn't do them, but we hope to reboot that again as well. So after Kobe died, I just, in my head, felt like I wanted to open a place for kids to come and just be. And literally that was kind of it. I mean, there's more behind it, but just a place for kids to come. And so in 2019, I had a bout of illness where I just wasn't feeling well for 6 weeks. It was some viruses that hit me and just wore me out. And so that was kind of a moment of be still and know that I am God. Like I felt like God had calmed me and made me be still at that time. And so one night during that period, I woke up from a dream, and in the dream, God said to me, make the Be the Light Center, a place for people who feel lost, a place for people who have lost, and a place for hope. And I was like, oh, if God gives you something that specific, you should probably do it. And I just, like, I almost couldn't believe that I was given something so specific and those words. And so that's what we've done. We have opened the Be the Light Center September 13th. Right now, our main focus is on young people, especially after the pandemic. There's been such a great need for outlets and socialization and that kind of thing. And so we felt it was really important to open regardless of what was going on with the virus. I mean, at the time of inception in March of this year, people hadn't been vaccinated, and I was like, we're just opening. So here we are, we're in the center of Heightstown, right next to the Rise thrift store in the municipal parking lot. So if you're facing the door of Rise, we're to the left-hand side of them. It's a big, open, airy space. That's where I'm sitting right now. And lots of light because, Be the Light. I had to get someplace with lots of light. So we've had a few kids come, not a lot yet, but we're trying to spread the word. And we have our grand opening October 16th, which we'll talk about in a moment. But am I leaving anything out, Frank, from the inception of the story?
That's good. Yeah. And thank you for just being vulnerable and sharing too. And so I appreciate that. And I know good things take time. Even when I worked with students, we started with 6 and it stayed that way for a little while. And then as kids feel love, they bring people because they want them to have the same thing. And so
Yeah.
yeah. So all right, the question now is, how can our church partner with you and support you in your dream of seeing Be the Light come to be?
Sure. Um, I mean, a big thing always is financial because we are just donor funded. We don't have any outside funding. And so donations are important. And I know you guys have offered to do a monthly donation, and we certainly appreciate that. God has blessed us with pretty much furnishing this place without us having to spend anything. I bought some, minor decorative things, but all the major furniture and even new furniture was bought off an Amazon wish list, which is amazing. We do still have an Amazon wish list, which I can share with you. The other way we can partner is just with volunteers. So as I mentioned, we do have the October 16th grand opening. Well, there's two things. It's going to be a music fest right here in Hightstown in the municipal parking lot in the center of town. The parking lot where we are has a second level. And so half of that second level will be closed off. We're going to put a stage there. And we're going to have a music festival called Be the Light, Be the Music. And we are inviting young people between the ages of 12 and 25 to audition for performances. And I can share that email address where to send their performances with Frank. So we're looking for young people who are talented and want to share their singing or guitar playing or piano playing, or if they're in a band, we would love to have them. The other way you guys can partner with us is to help set up for the event. So Friday, October 15th, we will be doing setup, and we will need lots of hands to make sure things are in place for Saturday the 16th. And then of course on the 16th, we would need volunteers to continue that setup, as well as just be here to kind of help out. We're going to be doing center tours, showing people what we have going on here. We'll have some outdoor activities. We're going to be doing a cornhole tournament, so we will need some people to help with officiating that. And just in general, just to be here and make sure that things run smoothly, as well as breakdown, because we'll have to clean up after all that setup. So, if people can give an hour here and there, that's great. We don't expect somebody to be here all day, because I know it's a lot, but that would be a great way to help. Additionally, going forward, we will need volunteers at the center to be here when the young people are here. Right now, we're only open Mondays and Thursdays from 2:30 to 6. And but I have a feeling that as we get closer to the grand opening, and especially after the grand opening, there'll be a lot more kids coming. And so we will probably open a few more days, if not every weekday. And then we also will have special volunteer opportunities on the weekends, whether it's Friday night, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, even Sundays. We had done a survey with the high school and middle school here at the end of the last school year. And one of the things somebody asked for was a worship night. So we may be doing worship nights on a Sunday night or something like that for young people. So that's the way you can partner. I do want to mention a couple of other things. We are looking to do special events for the 18 to 25-year-old age range, because there's not a lot to do that for kids who are out of college, maybe haven't figured out what they're doing yet, or are working part-time. So we will be doing some evening activities with that age group. Additionally, at some point later on, we'll be opening our doors at times to people who are grieving as well. That's where the people who have lost comes in, because right now I do meet with a group of women who all have lost children to either suicide or overdose. And that's a special place in my heart. God has given me these women, and I would love to help more people who are going through grief.
That's awesome. It's definitely a big need too. And so it's awesome to see you being obedient with that. So on Friday, October 15th, do you have a time frame in mind for when people would come and help?
I would say probably between 5 and 8. And again, it wouldn't have to be that whole time, um, but probably plan to set up during those hours. Probably even more so 6 to 8, but probably start as early as 5. But 6 to 8 would probably be the core.
Cool. And then for Saturday, I guess there's setup time, during time, and breakdown time. Do
Yep.
you have like times for those two?
I'm hoping 10 o'clock will be sufficient enough for setup, probably 10 to 12. The event runs from 1 to 5, and then cleanup probably 5 to whenever we get everything put away.
Awesome. Thank you. And so, all right, there it is, church. A good way to get involved as Be the Light kicks off. And I mean, I can't say this enough. The need for something like this really is huge. Um, Teens, young adults are bombarded with so much, from comparison on social media to what to think, how to feel, all these different things. And so places where life and hope are spoken to them are incredible. And so we have an awesome opportunity to support Be the Light as they kick off, to be that in the center of our town, Heights Town here, where our church is. And so thank you, Rochelle, for hopping on and sharing with us today.
Sure.
Appreciate it, and
Thank
grateful
you.
for you and the work you're doing in our town. So
And thank you for all your help individually, Frank. You've been here quite a bit, unloading my car several times. So I appreciate that. And I just appreciate the opportunity to partner um, with other people in our community, especially a church. So that's awesome.
great. Thank you.